All aboard!
Uncle Joe!
Well, hey there, everybody. Welcome back to Malfunction Junction. In case you don't remember, my name is Uncle Joe, and I run the Shady Rest Motel here at Malfunction Junction.
Everybody
Do
knows.
any of you remember why the name of the town is called Malfunction Junction?
Yes.
Why?
Because everything starts to go wrong.
That's right, because we can't figure it out, but it's every week there's some type of malfunction that happens, and it just keeps happening every week.
I don't see anything wrong with my function.
Well, hello, Uncle Joe.
Great.
I sure hope we can get the Cannonball Express back on schedule today. You know, this train is scheduled to leave Malfunction Junction every Sunday, but it hasn't left in over 10 years.
Why
10
does
years.
everybody have to remind us everything?
And you know, each week there's some type of malfunction.
That's true, Floyd Smoot. You know, I was just telling the kids the very same things. Kids, do y'all all remember Floyd Smoot? He is the engineer of the Cannonball Express.
Hello, kids. It's great to see you again. And you know, since we've been talking about malfunctions, last week's malfunction was a real doozy. Do you kids remember what happened? Y'all remember? Uncle Joe took the light bulb out of the train to put it in the street light over here.
I just didn't realize that the train on the front, the light on the front of the train was that important.
Well, of course it's important. I mean, how else can the engineer see when the train goes through tunnels or when it's moving at night? I just sure hope you've got everything fixed.
I do. I fixed it. I put the bulb back into the train, and I got a brand new bulb for this street light, and it should be, well, look at there. It's working just fine. It works great, and now you can turn on the train lights. I'm sure it's going to work.
Oh, look. Good work, Uncle Joe. It looks like we just might be able to get back on schedule today.
Floyd, do you smell something? Something smells delicious. What is that? Do y'all smell that?
Well, hello, Uncle Joe and Floyd. How are you doing today?
We're doing just fine, Baby Joe. Is that a pie that you have there by any chance? It smells delicious.
Well, it sure is, Uncle Joe. It's fresh out of the oven. I was just going to sit here on the train station window to cool down just a little bit.
It sure does smell good, Baby Joe. Who's it for?
I thought we would eat it in celebration of getting the train back on schedule. I knew that Uncle Joe fixed the train light.
Yep.
Floyd, go get your twin brother, Charlie, and tell him that it's almost time for the Cannonball Express to leave the station. And we have a celebration pie.
A celebration pie. There's nothing better than celebration pie. Well, that was very thoughtful of you, Betty Joe, and I'm starving. You know, I can eat that whole pie myself.
Now, Uncle Joe, you can't have the whole pie. We'll divide it so that everyone gets a piece.
But Betty Joe, I haven't had a bite to eat all day. I've been over here all morning working on this safety arm to get it fixed. This thing has been squeaking every time it goes up and down, but don't worry, I've got it all fixed and it's ready to go now.
Well, hello. I'm coming out here to see. Oh my goodness, I thought I smelled one of those pies. I'm going back into the train station window.
That's a good idea.
It smells delicious. I can't wait to eat it.
Now, Charlie, you sound just like Uncle Joe. You can't have half this pie. We have to divide it. Don't either of you understand what it means to divide something?
Well, actually, Betty Joe, excuse me, I got a little choked up there. I know all about dividing.
You should.
You know why? I've lost my mind, that's why. It's because I've been studying the book of Joshua in the Bible. And after Joshua and the Israelites defeated the people in the land of Canaan, they divided the land.
You know, I remember that story too. There were 12 tribes of Israel, and the land had to be divided between all 12 tribes.
That's right, Uncle Joe. Every tribe got a certain place where
you know, I can't remember. How did they decide which tribe got to live in what section?
Well, you know, the Jordan River divided the land, and some of the tribes wanted to stay on one side of it, so they got that land. The other tribes cast lots to see what part of the land they got.
Casting lots. Now, I've heard of that. It's kind of like rolling dice and seeing which one you get. Is that right?
Well, I'm going to cast lots to see who doesn't get to eat any of my pie if the two of you don't stop talking so much. Now, will one of you run and get Floyd? It's almost time for the Cannonball Express to depart.
I'll see if I can find him.
Well, if the Cannonball Express makes it out of Malfunction Junction this week, we'll divide this pie just like the Israelites divided their land.
That's a good analogy there, Betty Jo. I love that. Do you want me to taste test the pie and make sure that it's okay?
Uncle Joe, don't you even think about it.
It just smells so good.
Well. It sure is time for this Cannonball Express to leave. Do you all remember all the things that have to happen before the Cannonball Express leaves?
I know that this safety arm over here has to go down because I've been working on it all day. That's why I didn't have time to eat lunch, and that's why I'm so hungry right now. As a matter of fact, the safety arm also reminds me about the people dividing the land because it divides the track and the people.
That's a great point, and that is very true, but there are other things that need to happen before the safety rail lowers. First, we need to fill the train engine with water from the water tank. Y'all remember that last week?
Remember that?
Water is what allows it to make steam, and steam is what makes the train run. Second, we need to start the train, and the light is already on, so that's good. Third, we need to blow the train whistle, and that's very important because it lets others know that the train is coming. Fifth, we need to lower the train crossing safety arm. That will keep anyone from walking across the track and getting hurt by the train. And sixth, then we need to drive the train into the tunnel.
Okay, I think we can do this now. Step one is fill the train engine with water. Right? Is that right?
I think that's right.
So I'm going to lower the water spout for you.
I'm going to put it in the train here.
Get the water in there. Fill it up.
Yes. Okay, there we go.
All right.
Okay, I think that's probably enough.
Well, did it work?
Well, I think so. The engine looks like it's full of water over here. Let's go on to step two, start the train. The light's already on. Let me get inside here and get it started. Here we go. All right,
That sounds good. On to step three. Blow the whistle.
yes.
Do it.
All right, here we go. All right, that sounds great. Step four, we need to make sure the track is clear.
Oh, well, it looks clear to me.
That's great. Step five, lower the safety arm.
Lower the safety arm.
Oh, everything. Stop the train, stop the train.
What's the matter?
Uncle Joe, what in the world have you done to the safety arm?
What do you mean? I fixed it. It's not squeaking anymore. It's fixed.
But Uncle Joe, you turned the safety arm so that it's going across the track. The train is going to run into it. The safety arm is supposed to be beside the track so that no one will cross in front of the train.
Oh, now that probably makes more sense. It should be running this way to block people from... Well, I thought if I turned it this way that you'd be able to see it better from the train. See, I didn't think about you.
Uncle Joe, that was a really bad decision.
Oh, it looks like we have another malfunction. I guess the Cannonball Express is not going to be departing again this week.
Well, now what am I going to do with this celebration pie? I mean, I guess the Cannonball Express isn't going to run. I have nothing to celebrate. I guess I'll just throw it out.
No, throw it out. We can still eat it. We can still eat it.
Oh no, Uncle Joe! I didn't see you there.
That's okay, Betty Jo.
Sorry.
I didn't mean to walk in. We were going in, but at least I still got to eat some of the pie.
Well, that looks like another malfunction at Malfunction Junction.
Yeah.
All I have to say is, come ride the little train that is rolling down the track to the junction.
Malfunction Junction.
It's time to make repairs. There's no time to relax at the junction.
Malfunction junction.
Lots of things break down, and there's pile around at the junction.
Malfunction junction.
All right, well, we'll try again next week. I gotta go get cleaned up.